What's going on, JW Faction? My name is Josh Williamson. So for this video recipe, I'm going to show you my favorite recipe I've found so far for buttermilk biscuits. Very easy to make, doesn't take a lot of time to do it all, and it tastes amazing. So let's get started. So to start this recipe off, in this food processor, I have 5 cups of self-rising flour. To that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar, white sugar, and 1 cup of very cold butter that I cut into small cubes. Make sure that the butter is very, very cold. And blitz it in the food processor until everything is well combined and the flour changes color a slight bit. Okay, so I transferred the flour and butter mixture to this big bowl right here, and this is what it should look like. There should be no, huge bits of butter anywhere in the flour. That's how you know it's fully incorporated. And also, I forgot to mention, make sure that you use salted butter. We want this bread really salty. Then we want to finally add 2 cups of cold buttermilk. And then mix it in until it's well combined and it forms a dough. You may end up wanting or needing to use your hands at some point to mix this in. Alright, so after you made the dough, what you want to do is put it on your counter, put some flour on the counter first of all, and then you want to kind of knead it a little bit until it's not as sticky anymore. Then what we want to do is roll it out until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. That's the minimum thinness you want. You don't want to go any thinner than that. Then you want to fold it over like this. Get some flour on there. Make sure it's not sticking real bad to the counter. Then roll it out 1/4 of an inch thick. Again, fold it over again, and then roll it out 1/4 of an inch thick again. You want to do this a total of 4 times. It makes these nice and flaky and a little bit layered. And now it's the final fold. And by the way, I gotta put some more flour on this surface because I'm running out and it's getting a bit sticky again. And then the final roll. Again, make sure that it's a minimum of 1/4 of an inch thick. You don't want to go any thinner than that. Now it's time to cut these into our biscuit shapes. Now I'm using this cookie cutter right here, and I'm just going to press down, and it makes our perfect shape right there. Now if you don't have one of these cookie cutters, you can use a glass. Now if you got any excess dough, no worries, don't waste it. Just roll it up, then roll it out again 1/4 of an inch thick, and cut some more biscuits out. Alright, so I've got all my cuts of dough out on a baking tray along with parchment paper. First of all, what we're going to do before we bake these is we're going to put these in the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes. We want to keep this dough cold so that the butter can melt into the biscuits as they're baking. Alright, so I just got done freezing the dough cuts. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to brush all of them with melted butter. And after I do that, I'm going to put these in the oven at 475 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how much it is in Celsius, I'm sorry. But you want to put it in at that temperature for 15 minutes or until they turn a nice golden brown and they rise. Alright, so this is what the biscuits should look like when they're done baking. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to brush them over the top again with some more melted butter, because the butter is what makes these things so good. And after I'm done doing that, I'm going to come back and I'll show these off for presentation. Alright, our buttermilk biscuits are done. Like I said, really simple, really easy, don't take that much time to do it all, and they taste amazing. I know these aren't very popular in a lot of other countries aside from the US, but I know that people in the UK and Australia call cookies biscuits, but these particular biscuits, there's a reason why these are so beloved here in the US. Very flaky and fluffy and soft, and they have a really great buttery flavor. They taste really good with some additional softened butter or honey or jam or a lot of other stuff like that. You need to try these out. If you don't know what these are, if you're in another country that doesn't have these, try these. They're amazing. But if you do, leave in the comment section down below and tell me what you thought, whether you liked it or you hated it. If you liked this video, thumb it up. If you hated this video, thumb it down. And be sure to click the subscribe button and become a member of the JW Faction on a journey to 10,000 subscribers. See you later.